I'm Susan English, and I'm the Historical Museum Coordinator for the Village of Addison. Today I would like to discuss the railroad spur line which once served Addison. In 1890, a group of Addison businessmen saw the need for local rail service, and they formed the Addison Railroad Company. They entered into an agreement with the Illinois Central Railroad to provide and maintain the railroad bed and equipment for a period of 50 years. To obtain the initial right-of-way for the line from the existing South Addison station to the center of Addison cost over $16,000 at the time. $7,500 was raised by the residents, and the rest was raised by contributions from the Orphan Home Association and local congregations. The line was completed in time to transport people to the Orphan Home Festival in late September of 1890. Unfortunately, a tragic accident occurred on the train's return trip to Chicago when a Burlington Express train struck it and killed 6 persons and injured 15 more. The Addison station was staffed by Herman Henning from 1911 to 1966. His duties included checking and ticketing freight cargo before it was loaded, selling and checking passenger tickets, and receiving, sending, and delivering telegraph messages. In the 1920s, the trains in Addison consisted of 3 cars, 2 for passengers and 1 for milk, freight, baggage, and mail. There were 3 trains to Chicago daily. The 6:35 a.m. train carried workers to their jobs and milk to the market. The 10:20 train was mainly used by people going to Chicago to shop. The 4 p.m. train left Addison to pick up returning workers from Chicago and usually returned between 6:45 and 7:15 at night. Since Addison was the end of the line, the train stayed there overnight. Extra trains were necessary at certain times of the year, including the Christmas and summer holidays, to handle seminary students traveling home, and for the annual Orphan Home Festival, which could draw as many as 10,000 visitors a day. The passenger train soon got the nickname the Dinky. In January of 1917-18, a blizzard hit the area. In his reminiscence, Profiles Then and Now, Elmer Craigie recounts how the train was ordered to uncouple the coaches to get through to Addison. Quote, "The engine picked up speed and was going at a merry clip when they hit the first snowbank, which slowed them to a crawl. When the engineer, Crowley, looked around, Buckbinder, the conductor, was on his knees babbling, sure that the next snowdrift would be the end of them all. Crowley backed up to have a longer run to pick up speed to negotiate the next drift. He hit this drift at a speed above what common sense would allow. And this was but a spur line, and this engine swayed pretty badly, but they also made it through this drift. A white apparition crept into Addison and came to a stop at the depot." Passenger service was not lucrative and was discontinued in 1931. The old station continued to be used as a freight depot. During the 1940s, it needed extensive repairs, so it was sold in 1946 and moved to Maple Street for use as a residence. A replacement depot was built and served the Addison community through 1968. By this time, however, truck transport overtook the need for freight rail transportation. The right-of-ways and depot were sold off in the 1970s, and the last remnants of the track were removed in the late 1980s. The sole reminder of the line is the second depot, which still stands on private property near the intersection of Lake and Addison Streets. You can learn more about the history of Addison by visiting the Addison Historical Museum. The museum is open for tours Wednesdays and Fridays from noon to 4 p.m. Admission is free.